Okay, I want to say good evening to everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Kimberly James. I am the City Council for Ward 1. This is my monthly ward meeting, and I'm excited to bring information to you every opportunity that I get. I call my guests the subject matter experts in the city because they are really who run the city and keep us going and keep us doing great things. So we have some people online and we have some people in person. And so I guess Mr. Fleming from our zoning department, we will start with you, sir. You are muted. I will unmute you.
There we go. Well, good
Yes,
evening, everybody. Nice to be here amongst this distinguished crowd we got. For the Ward 1 for the month of September, I have just a report, if I could give that to you, Councilwoman James. We had 40 cases in the month of September in Ward 1. 29 of them were resolved, meaning 11 were carried over. That's a pretty good rate. Mostly for commercial vehicles, which we had a court case today on a commercial vehicle operator who was found guilty. It's got a lot of commercial vehicles parking in commercial zoned areas that are not allowed to. They've got to be in industrial areas, and we're getting a word out every time we go up and down Jonesboro Road. There's commercial vehicles parked in a parking lot by Chick-fil-A or the shopping center. We just, if they're not participating by delivering or picking up, then they got to find somewhere else to park at. But that was an interesting case, and the city won the case. So, but we had mostly property maintenance issues in the city on those 40 cases, from junk vehicles, litter and debris, outdoor storage of objects, refrigerators, furniture, things of that matter. We did have one clothesline case we had to address, of folks hanging their clothes on the fence in the front yard instead on a clothesline in the backyard. That was interesting, and it got resolved the same day. But we had the 7 commercial vehicle violations, and they all complied except one. We had to bring them to court and just asked them to find another location that allows heavy vehicle parking. And we had 3 building code violations, and I think that was particularly for the apartment complexes, from sewage leakage in one apartment complex to no air conditioning in another one. But that was resolved dealing with management at the complex. So hopefully these 11 cases that rolled over for this month, we'll get them resolved. And again, grass season is about over with, so our code officers can concentrate on more matters of junk vehicles, parking on the grass, and more so building code violations. Trying to get the residents to do a little TLC to their house, do some painting and fix it up. But that's all this department has this time, Ms. James. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Yes,
we're going to go ahead and go to our, I will have a question for you at the end that I got today.
Okay.
I have Ms. Diane Lewis from our HR department, and I forget the title. It's
Deputy Director.
Oh, yes, that's right. She's now the newest Deputy Director of our HR department. So Ms. Diane.
Congratulations.
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to announce the City of Forest Park is hiring, and we have some wonderful job opportunities. The first one is Fleet Maintenance Supervisor, $46,521 to $62,338. Communications Officer, part-time, Police Department. Maintenance Worker, part-time, Recreation Center. Office Coordinator, Accreditation and Quality Assurance. That's going to be in the Police Department, $42,196 to $56,542. We have a Management Analyst Grants position also in the Police Department, $40,186 to $54,519. We're also looking for a City Planner in Planning, Building, and Zoning. We're advertising for a police captain in the police department. We're looking for firefighter paramedics, firefighter EMTs, trade specialists for the Public Works Department, starts at $17.52 an hour. We're looking for a full-time communications operator. That rate of pay starts at $34,714. We have a heavy equipment operator position in Public Works. They must possess CDLs. We're looking for a director of finance for our finance department. Starting salary, $84,861. The range goes to $113,714. We're looking for a maintenance worker full-time, Public Works, $13.73 an hour. And we're also looking for police officers, $40,591. The range is goes up to $52,464. If you'd like to apply for any of these positions, it's extremely easy. All you have to do is go on to the City of Forest Park's website, which is www.forestparkga.gov. You click on departments, you go to human resources, and then you click on job opportunities. And then you go to, if you see something you wish to apply for, you just click on apply now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Director Lewis from our HR department. We're gonna move to our fire department. We have Captain Batson with us. Come on, Captain.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. We have the Fall Festival coming up that will be Saturday week, would be October 30th. And so with tonight, I figured I'd bring up some Halloween safety tips so we can make everything fun and safe for your kids, and give you a few tips in the meantime for doing that as well. It also falls in line with trunk or treat that they may be having that same evening. So when you choose a costume for your children, make sure that they're really not floppy and hanging down, and they become trip hazards, and also being to where you don't have long trailering fabrics. And then pick out masks that fit their eye hole so that they're not trying to use one eye or two eyes, one eye or just a portion of that they can see out. Just make sure that they can see well enough that they can move about and not trip over things. Provide some sort of light for them, whether it be a glow stick or a flashlight, when they're out trick-or-treating and moving around. And then when you're decorating, be real careful and be mindful of the dried flowers, the corn stalks, and crepe paper, and keep them away from open flames and other heat sources like your light bulbs and your heaters. And I mentioned using, be careful using candles and stuff around your decorations. If at all possible, I would swap those candles out for something that's battery operated versus using a battery powered light source versus open flames. Even for if you decorate and use pumpkins, use a battery powered light versus the candle. And then just remember to keep your exits clear of the decorations so that it doesn't block your way out. And make sure that your smoke alarms are all working. And just tell your children just to be careful and watch for the moving cars and the traffic that's in and out of the area. And I mentioned candles. That includes your nice pumpkin spice candles that people are using this time of year. So just be mindful of your surroundings and what you're doing, and just be safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Captain Batson. We appreciate that information. We have Director Jinks on the line with us to give us an update from Public Works Department. Director Jinks.
Thank you for having me, Councilman James. Starting off, following up from Ken, we're finishing up hopefully the last round of grass, getting it all cut and limbs pruned back and everything like that.
Sorry, wait a minute, I muted you by accident.
Okay, where did I stop at?
Grass.
Grass. Making the last round of grass, pruning limbs, you can see the stop signs and blind curves like that. And then it won't be too much longer, we'll be planting winter flowers, because y'all always like the pretty flowers everywhere, so it's about time for winter flowers. And you may have seen, we've started swapping out the summer flags on Main Street to our winter and Christmas flags on the poles. And we're gonna start hang the Christmas decorations, even though it's not even Halloween yet. So we got that. And the good news, or the most concerned news, is I talked to the county last week. They're scheduled to start the end of the month on paving 17 streets here in the city. They're basically all over the city. We do have a couple in Ward 1, but just everybody in Ward 1 can be concerned about, hey, my street's worse because I got next year's list in my hand. And if the budget and everything works out, I have like 6 streets in Ward 1. So if your street don't get paved this year, it's probably gonna be on the schedule for next year. So that's about all I got down here at Public Works.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. We have Director Maxwell on the call.
Can y'all hear
Director
me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yes, just to let you know about a few things we have coming up. We have our fall festival coming up Saturday, October the 30th. That kicks off at 12 o'clock. We have costume contests, bounce houses, live music, food trucks, face painting, and we're also going to be doing our tailgate at the same time. We'll be showing the Georgia-Florida game that same day. So we have pretty much our tailgate and fall festival going on at the same time. We have trunk or treat. We got a couple of car clubs and Jeep clubs that's going to come out and decorate their vehicles and give away candy to the participants. That's on October the 30th from 12 to 6 o'clock. Right now, we're registering for our 2021 dance team. This is a new program we're starting. We're looking for youth that'll come out and they'll practice twice a week and they'll perform during the basketball games of our youth basketball league. So we're looking for ages 6 to 13. You don't have to have any dance experience. We have some amazing coaches that'll teach you everything you need. So just come on and sign up. That's $65 per participant. What else we have coming up? We also have our family movie night that kicks off October the 29th. That will be the start of our fall festival weekend. Come on out. It's in Star Park. You come out and watch a movie. It starts at 7 o'clock. Bring the family out. You bring your little tents, your lawn chairs, your blankets, and just enjoy a nice movie in the park. I think we're showing the Haunted Mansion, Disney movie called The Haunted Mansion, man. So like I said, come on out. That kicks off the fall festival weekend. And what else we have coming up? We also have our food truck Friday. That's November the 5th. So make sure you come out at the fountain for the food truck Friday. It starts at 5 p.m. So come on out and enjoy food, games, family atmosphere. And we're also doing a seniors bingo night. with the Senior Panthers in Action. That's on October the 26th at 696 Main Street. So all the seniors come out. We're gonna play bingo. So y'all know how y'all love that bingo. So come on out there now. That starts at 5 o'clock on October the 26th. And besides that, like I said, we're gearing up for our youth basketball season. A lot of it is full at the moment, but we're ready for a great season. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much,
Oh, I'm
sir.
sorry. And we have one more. We have the Day of the Dead. That's November the 6th at Star Park. Day of the Dead. That starts at 3 o'clock. So come on out. Gonna be some hot cocoa, costumes, live mariachi band. So y'all make sure y'all come on out for that. That's November the 6th at Star Park at 3 o'clock.
Perfect. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Do we have any other city employee on the line right now? I see some phone numbers I don't recognize. So if you're a city employee with an update, let me know.
I do want
Okay.
to say one more thing.
Yes, sir.
I want to congratulate the Forest Park Recreation and Leisure Service Department. We had our district meeting last night and we won an award. District 4, we won a Programmers Aquatic Award for our dive-in movie. So we got an award for that. I think it's the first one that Forest Park had been in the district. So I do want to give a kudos to my team for winning that award. And like I said, it was nice. I told them to be prepared because we're gonna win many more.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank
You're
you. I
welcome.
appreciate that.
Hello, Councilwoman James, Sergeant Zachary. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, Sergeant Zachary from our police department. Go right ahead.
Good evening. How's everyone doing today? I just
Great.
want to first highlight, thank you, great. Highlight, we had that murder on October the 10th over off Mitchell Street, and through our CID unit, collaborating with the Sheriff's Department, Fugitives Unit, and the U.S. Marshals, they were able to capture the suspect in Texas on yesterday. So he is in custody in Texas, awaiting extradition to Georgia. So we're definitely following up on that and trying to get some interviews and stuff set up. So that's a great job, great collaborative effort amongst the agencies. And it will also say, be mindful, we're coming up on the holiday season. Your burglaries, take all your burglary precautions. We've talked about in other neighborhood watch meetings. However, if you need some information on those, you can reach out and contact me at the police station. I can give you some literature, but the basics, keep your area lit up. Don't throw away your boxes with your big screen TVs and whatever electronics you may buy for Christmas and other gifts. And just be aware of your surroundings. And I will say some of the officers have been in the neighborhood, get information. It's like, well, we just didn't want to call. Please don't feel that way. Call us if you see anything suspicious, anything that you want to report. We don't want you out there trying to get involved, but definitely call us. If it's a car or a person, get as much description as you can and call our 911 center or the non-emergency number at 404-366-4141. And like any other tips you may need for on burglary, just please reach out to us and I get those to you. And also, we spoke about in one of the last neighborhood watch meetings, identify your items. Keep your serial numbers, mark them with initials, engrave them, whatever, just in case an incident does happen. You'll have that information, number one, for the police report, so we can enter those items and hopefully locate them, and then for your insurance as well. One of the things, be leery of your motor vehicle theft. Get your keys out the car, take your purses out the car, your laptop, firearms. Please get your firearms out the car and keep those doors locked and secured. And if you have an alarm, set your alarm on your vehicle. And again, just be mindful of your surroundings and where you're parking. Stay out of the dark, unlit areas. Make sure you park in a bright area. Outside of that, we're going to start a winter code initiative with the PD. We're going to start collecting new and gently used winter items from coats, scarves, gloves, new socks, and anything to donate. I'm going to start that here. I'll get the flyer out hopefully by tomorrow evening, and we can tick that off, and all the coats and supplies are received. They're going to be given to our children in the city at either Huey, Edmonds, Unidos, and Fountain Elementary. So if you can go ahead and get old coats or if you want to buy some and donate them, please feel free to do that. We'll have boxes set up at the PD, and also at the local schools, and I'll have all that posted in email, on social media, and a flyer out, like I say, shortly. Outside of that, that's all I have from the PD. Thank you all so much, and I hope everyone have a great evening.
Thank you, Sergeant Zachary. I appreciate that. So if we don't have any other city employees, I do have a special guest with me tonight. And then we'll hear from our school board afterwards. No, you don't have any updates? No updates from Ms. Williams? Sorry, putting you on the spot. We have our mayor, and I'm gonna bring her up.
Okay, well, good evening, everyone. I want to first thank all of the employees that went before me to provide their updates. I have said it once before, I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it again, that it is truly a new day in Forest Park, and the information that you all provided today is indicative of just that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to condense 30 minutes from the State of the City address that was last week into about 5 to 10 minutes. And so the YouTube, the State of the City address will be on YouTube, and that should be up shortly. It's a large file, so it's taken a lot longer than anticipated to upload, but I would encourage you all to tune in so you could really grab the depth of everything that is transpiring in our city. So without further ado, I will get started. One of the things that was really important to me when I assumed office 4 years ago was to make sure that we have a plan. And not only that we have a plan, but we're able to execute that plan. And so my plan for Forest Park is progress. And again, when you hear the word progress, you kind of envision onward momentum, forward movement. But for me, progress is a bit deeper, and it's an acronym. And that acronym, hold on. Okay, it's political restoration, opportunity, and growth for residential, economic, and social success. I think I just started it. I'm trying to put it together. Okay. Yeah, it's technical error. It's not the computer. It's my problem. Political restoration. You can take that phrase into so many different directions, but for me, it was important that trust be reestablished within the community. And trust is reciprocal. You need to trust your elected officials to do the jobs that we were elected to do. And we need to also be able to trust members of our community to, when we give information, to share the information based on facts and not just emotion. But as it pertains to our employees, for so long, Forest Park had operated on a nepotism or cronyism type system where people were just hiring their friends or family and people who are not truly fit to hold these key positions into our city. And so one of the things that myself and Councilwoman James and a couple of other elected officials were really intentional with is making sure that we hired people who are competent, qualified, and character driven to hold these key positions and work essentially on all of our behalves. And so you heard from some of them, but just in case you did not, you missed some of them or are unaware of the new people that we have on board. We have Tariq Maxwell from in our Recreation and Leisure Department. Oh, there we go. Okay, Bruce Abraham, who is the city's first ever economic developer. Oh, there we go. All right, Chief Clemens, who is the first ever African-American and female fire chief in the city's history. We have Chief Nathaniel Clark in our police department. You've heard from Mr. Bobby Jinks, one of my favorites in our city, our public works director. James Shelby in our planning, building, and zoning department. Joshua Cox, and I cannot tell you how thrilled we are to have him on board. He is our long-awaited IT director. Shalonda Brown, who is our human resources director, and the city's first ever public information officer, Javon Lloyd. And so what is really critical about Javon's position here in the city is that oftentimes we have people who inaccurately, erroneously share or spread information about our city. And so Mr. Lloyd's position is really crucial because you're going to hear from the horse's mouth directly with him coming on board. And so you'll be able to hear in real time, essentially, all of the great things that's going on in Forest Park. And then, of course, if you had not had the opportunity to meet Dr. Cooper, he is our city manager, hails from Detroit, Michigan, but came directly from Florida. And he is one of 47 individuals in the entire state of Georgia to hold the city manager accreditation credential. And I know I butchered that title, but he has been a blessing to have in the city. And as I stated during the State of the City address, we look forward to reaping all the intellect and experience you bring, not just to public service, but also to the great city of Forest Park. So, opportunities and growth in Forest Park. I've said 1,000 times before that Forest Park is truly on the cusp of a resurgence. And the opportunities and growth that we have has been unprecedented. And so with that, as it pertains to our residential opportunities, back in 2019, I introduced a 3-tiered approach to address our housing concerns, which involves the homeowner, the city, and investors. And so with the homeowner, we have forged a relationship with the Housing Authority of Clayton County, and they have a program called HUG, H-U-G, which is the Housing Urgency Grant. And that grant, it has 2 purposes. One is that it will take blighted properties in our community and work to transition them into taxable revenue for the city. And second, this grant is up to $7,000 for qualified homeowners that can assist them with vital repairs needed for their homes. And these repairs will not only enhance their home values, but it will also increase the curb appeal, not just their block, but also the city. Now, as it pertains to the city, unfortunately, we have in Forest Park some landlords that are less principled than we would like to admit. And as a result, they may prey, P-R-E-Y, on vulnerable residents in the city. And so one thing that I know James Shelby and our city attorney and our city manager is working really hard on is a rental inspection program. And this program will ensure that when people are moving into our city, that they are moving into a home that they can be proud of. And we want to make sure that all of our residents, regardless of your economic status, that you are living in quality housing that, again, you could be proud of. And we want you all to be proud of where you live and to be proud to call Forest Park home. Now, another thing that I'm really, really, really excited about is the investment opportunities that are coming here to Forest Park. So one thing that I was intentional about is reaching out to investors that have previously invested into our city and ask them, why not reinvest in Forest Park? And so as a result, we do have a senior apartment complex coming. It's 60 units that will have a medical examination unit, a fitness center, and it won't be far off the MARTR rail line off of Forest Parkway. But we also have a townhome development coming, and it's called Park View Townhomes. And these townhomes will be located off of in Star Park, and they're 3 stories. And they have a rooftop deck, an elevator, and will overlook Star Park. And it is a $1.7 million investment into our city. By way of the Development Authority, there are also talks of more townhomes coming onto Main Street, so stay tuned to get an update on that shortly. We also have gateway signs coming to the city. So these are very, very, very important because we want everyone to know when they're actually entering into our city limits. And this has been a work in progress. And so I wanted to show you guys the innovation that is in our city. This is the Kroger Ocado expansion project. So what's one of the differences between Ocado that's here and Amazon that is here in the city is that Ocado is a fulfillment center. So you saw all the little chambers where the robots were going, they'll dig in and grab the items and then put it in a box and then they'll go out for delivery. But Amazon that's here is a, what they call a last mile, last stop facility where items are sent there. And then once there, then they're put into crates and then they'll go out on the delivery trucks. And so I had the opportunity of touring Amazon today, and it is absolutely amazing. About 800 trucks will go through Gillum on a given day, and they're on set schedule. So they're not like going aimlessly through Gillum, but an average delivery for one delivery truck is approximately 199 stops. That's not items, that is a stop that they're making per day. So again, we're just excited about all of the companies that have chose Forest Park and trust us with their investments. To date, $924 million of capital investment has been ushered into Fort Gillum. And upon completion, when it's fully built out, $1.3 billion of investment has been poured into just Gillum alone. And so, yes, we all should be very, very happy at that. And again, it's because of all of your hard work. Our intentional partnership with Robinson Weeks is because all of that is possible. And, you know, during the time where COVID has run rampant and a lot of cities had to lay off employees, we were able to thrive. And that is because of the wherewithal to not try to be like another Atlantic station, but to utilize what we have in our backyard and to be a logistics hub. And so we are one of the top 2 in the entire nation for rapid base redevelopment over at Fort Gillum. And we are one of the largest master plan logistics centers in the entire Southeast. And so we all have a lot to be proud of. Yes. Let's agree on that. And you know, at a time when Forest Park was just a blurb on a map, the strides that you as employees have helped make, our partnerships with Robinson Weeks, we have truly put Forest Park on the map. And that's just 4 years. Now imagine what happens in another 4 years, and then another 4 years after that. People will not be able to recognize Forest Park. And I want to thank Councilwoman James for your part that you play in all of the development that's coming to Fort Gillum. It is definitely a collaborative effort. And I don't know where we would be without your leadership on the council. This pedestrian, yes. The pedestrian bridge that is slated to come. It is on the horizon, you guys. And this will cross over Main Street and Forest Parkway. We have been working very closely with Congresswoman Nikema Williams on this project. And again, it's just more to the testament of the progress that's going on in our city. So I could not be more ecstatic at that. And then social success is the last piece for progress. And with that, you know, we have Sparkle Adams, who at the last State of the City address, she had a bridge named after her. And so this State of the City address in a couple of days, on about 20 days or so, she's going to be inducted into the Georgia Veterans Hall of Fame, which is amazing. And so we congratulate her on that. And then our girls basketball team from Forest Park High School won second last year in state, but our very own Sanaya Fagan was part of the 2021 Under-19 FIBA World Cup to win gold this year. So, you know, Forest Park, we have a lot of amazing people here. And so if anyone tries to tell you otherwise, you've heard it from my mouth, they're a lie. But Forest Park is truly on the cusp of a resurgence, and we have a lot to be thankful for. And we have so much more on the horizon that it's just really an exciting time. And we all should be honored to be a part of history that we're making here in Forest Park. And thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We're going to stop sharing the screen. So you all, I want to thank you all for joining us. I want to thank our directors for, we got to stop sharing. There you go. Thank you. Thank our directors for being a part of our team this evening. I know we have a lot of residents that will look at the video afterwards. So your work and your labor in participating is not in vain. They are really appreciative of the information that they receive here. So we're going to continue to do this on the third Thursday of every month. And so I want to say good evening to everyone. Thank you. And for those of you that are not here, you will not be able to eat any of the delicious, she said fried chicken, the delicious refreshments that we have, but we do appreciate you all. Thank you so much. You all have a great evening.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wait, before you go, I forgot. I'm sorry, Dr. Cooper, our city manager, is on the line with us. Dr. Cooper, do you have anything that you and Coop want to say this evening?
No, I thank everybody for showing up, and I know we got some great progress. We got some challenges, but we have some great progress going. And now, since Bobby Jinks promised to take Cooper outside, I have to take him outside. So have a great evening.
All right, have a great evening, everyone.